Right now, you're probably wearing shoes without wondering who invented them first. You wear them every day because shoes feel completely normal in modern life. But humans walked barefoot for millions of years before anyone imagined wearing shoes. That's longer than farming, writing, cities, kingdoms, and nearly every civilization you know. So why did humans suddenly decide their feet needed protection after countless generations? The answer begins long before the first shoe ever touched human feet. Our journey starts on the warm grasslands of ancient Africa millions of years ago. Back then, shoes simply didn't exist because humans didn't actually need them yet. Strong feet carried early humans across enormous distances every single day searching for survival. Their bare feet were already perfectly adapted for the world they called home. For millions of years, bare feet handled almost every challenge nature could create. Walking barefoot actually made human feet stronger, tougher, and naturally more flexible over time. Our ancestors didn't fear every sharp stone because their feet constantly adapted through daily use. Warm African climates rarely demanded protection from freezing temperatures or deep snow. Everything changed when humans slowly began leaving Africa for unfamiliar lands and climates. Those new landscapes challenged human feet in ways their ancestors had never experienced before. Sharp rocks, frozen ground, and thorn-covered paths suddenly became everyday obstacles during migration. Each painful step reminded humans their strongest feet still had natural limits. Survival sometimes depended on reaching distant hunting grounds before harsh weather arrived. For the first time, bare feet were becoming a serious survival disadvantage. Humans needed something simple that could protect their feet without slowing them down. The answer wasn't leather boots or sneakers, but simple natural materials found everywhere. Animal hides became one of humanity's earliest and most useful protective materials. They wrapped soft hides around their feet using strong plant fibers and sinew. These weren't beautiful shoes, but they protected feet when survival mattered most. Simple footwear helped people cross dangerous ground with less pain and fewer injuries. People could now travel farther into colder regions that once seemed almost impossible. But ancient shoes rarely survived thousands of years buried beneath the changing earth. Organic materials decay quickly, making ancient footwear incredibly rare archaeological discoveries today. So how do scientists know ancient humans actually wore shoes in the first place? The oldest shoes almost disappeared, but our own bones preserved an incredible hidden clue. Scientists noticed ancient foot bones gradually changed after humans started wearing simple footwear. Barefoot walking strengthens toes because they constantly grip uneven ground during every step. Shoes reduce that gripping work, making toe bones slowly become less robust over generations. Anthropologist Erik Trinkaus recognized this surprising pattern while studying ancient human skeletons. His research suggested humans probably began wearing shoes around 40,000 years ago. Even though the shoes disappeared, their effects remained permanently recorded inside ancient skeletons. Later discoveries uncovered actual prehistoric sandals preserved under remarkably dry conditions for thousands of years. The famous Rock Sandals proved humans had mastered footwear long before recorded history. By then, shoes were no longer experiments. They had become essential survival technology. Shoes protected more than feet. They completely transformed where humans could successfully survive. Cold regions that once seemed impossible gradually became new homes for adventurous human groups. Long migrations became easier because protected feet could travel farther with fewer painful injuries. Hunters could now cross rough landscapes without constantly worrying about injured feet slowing everyone. Every successful journey increased opportunities for hunting, gathering, exploring, and discovering unfamiliar lands. Simple footwear quietly helped humans spread across nearly every continent on Earth over time. The invention seemed small, but its impact reached far beyond anyone's imagination. One tiny invention quietly supported humanity's greatest journeys across countless generations. Eventually, shoes evolved beyond survival and became symbols of culture, identity, and craftsmanship. But ancient humans never imagined footwear would one day become fashion instead of survival. Today, shoes are so common that most people never question their incredible origin. Modern shoes protect us from dangers ancient humans faced every single day. Without shoes, even simple daily walks would become far more uncomfortable for most people. Ironically, modern feet have become less adapted to permanent barefoot living over time. Many scientists believe footwear gradually influenced how modern human feet developed through generations. Something invented for survival eventually became part of everyday human life around the world. Millions of people now collect shoes for fashion instead of simple protection and survival. Ancient humans would probably find today's enormous shoe collections completely unbelievable and confusing. One simple invention quietly evolved into a global industry worth billions of dollars today. Yet every modern shoe still serves the same ancient purpose beneath its stylish appearance. So here's the surprising truth. Shoes helped humans conquer places once impossible to survive. But scientists discovered another clue hidden inside ancient human bones themselves. Ancient footprints also reveal how humans walked long before modern footwear existed. Each footprint preserves a tiny moment frozen from thousands of years ago. Together, bones and footprints reveal the hidden story of humanity's first footwear. Scientists combine every clue like detectives solving an ancient human mystery piece by piece. Each discovery makes our understanding of early human life a little clearer than before. What began as simple survival slowly became one of humanity's greatest everyday inventions. Every pair of shoes still carries the same purpose our ancestors first discovered. And that's why this ordinary object tells an extraordinary story about being human. So when did shoes stop being survival tools and become everyday clothing for everyone? As civilizations grew, shoemakers began creating footwear for different jobs and lifestyles. Some shoes protected soldiers, while others helped farmers, travelers, and skilled craftsmen every day. Eventually, shoes became symbols of wealth, identity, and social status throughout many cultures. Today, billions of people own multiple shoes designed for completely different purposes and activities. Running shoes, hiking boots, and sandals all trace back to one simple prehistoric invention. The design changed dramatically, but the purpose remained almost exactly the same throughout history. Every improvement made walking safer, easier, and more comfortable than generations before experienced. One humble invention quietly followed humanity through every major chapter of civilization and progress. Yet its incredible journey actually began with one painful barefoot step across rough ground. So here's the full story, beginning with bare feet millions of years before civilization existed. Early humans walked barefoot because warm environments rarely demanded extra foot protection. Human migration introduced freezing temperatures, rough terrain, and entirely new survival challenges. Simple hide coverings solved problems that bare feet could no longer overcome alone. Shoes helped humans travel farther, survive longer, and explore unfamiliar regions with confidence. Ancient bones and rare sandals still preserve evidence of this remarkable invention today. Generation after generation, shoes evolved alongside humanity's greatest journeys and achievements. What started as survival eventually became one of humanity's most universal everyday inventions. Every pair of shoes quietly carries a story stretching back tens of thousands of years. The shoes you're wearing today began as one brilliant prehistoric survival solution. The greatest inventions rarely begin as luxury. They begin as simple survival solutions. Ancient humans never imagined their simple footwear would inspire billions of future pairs. Every generation improved footwear while keeping its original purpose almost completely unchanged. One painful barefoot journey eventually became today's comfortable walk to school, work, or home. The next time you tie your shoes, remember the incredible journey beneath your feet. You're continuing a tradition stretching back tens of thousands of remarkable human years. Every ordinary step quietly echoes millions of extraordinary steps taken before yours. That's what makes this ordinary object one of humanity's greatest survival inventions ever created. Understanding everyday objects helps us understand the remarkable story of being human itself. Every step you take today continues a journey our ancestors started thousands of generations ago.